Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. As you've heard me mention 2 or 3 times here in the last 2 or 3 weeks about the position of the planets currently in the solar system all sharing the same side of the sun. When this occurs, unrest occurs on the Earth, as they don't like to be crowded, I've noticed. I've done research. I've gone back as far as I could go, 150 years back, and I have found patterns of an increase in earthquake activity on Earth, an increase in volcanic activity on the Earth, and we're seeing that right now. There's still an ongoing swarm up in Alaska. They're talking about a volcano possibly erupting up there, Mount Spur. But what if we could see this energy that's stirring things up on the Earth, and more than likely, not just the Earth, on the other planets as well? I've received video footage, and I remember years ago when there was a unique planetary arrangement, I received video footage of mysterious skies. We call them alien skies from all around the world. I received this email just a couple of days ago from Curtis Fry out of Big Spring, Texas. He goes on to say, "Hey there, Michael. Been watching for 3 years. These are photos I took Friday morning on the 14th in Big Spring, Texas. Just very strange. Never seen the sky like this before." So I want to share with you guys the series of photos that he shared with me from the morning of the 14th between 9:12 a.m. and 9:16 a.m. Check out this sky in between the Earth and the sun. How about that? It's like it's trying to tell us a story. You don't see skies like this every day. And the planets don't line up like they are right now every day. In fact, it's rare. It doesn't happen very often. I've gone back, like I said, 150 years, and I've made connections between the current planetary arrangement that we're in right now and earthquakes on the Earth, volcanic activity on the Earth, mysterious skies like we're seeing right here. Look at those waves showing up in the sky. Are you serious right now? Those are very, very impressive photos coming out of Big Spring, Texas. And again, the viewer Curtis said he'd never seen the sky look like that. And I believe it. I don't think I've ever seen the sky, with the exception of maybe one time. I remember looking in the southeastern sky from out here in southeast Phoenix, and we were in a unique planetary arrangement like we're in right now, and the atmosphere almost looked like wadded up aluminum foil in one patch of the southeastern sky. It didn't look exactly like this. This is highly unusual. I couldn't agree more. These are excellent photos, once again, of a very mysterious sky above Big Spring, Texas. And it makes you wonder if it was like that in other locations around the world. But back to the earthquake swarm in Alaska. You can see it's still underway. The orange circles represent earthquakes that have occurred in the last 24 hours. They're still going strong. 167 earthquakes right there. And they're saying that this volcano, 75 miles from Anchorage, Alaska, could erupt at any time. Basically, according to this article over here at fox17.com, dated February 17th, today, 2025, there's a 50-50 chance this volcano could erupt here in the next few days. And that's Mount Spur, once again, not far from Anchorage, Alaska. Looking at the ongoing swarm out here in the Sea of Crete over here in Greece, this situation is ongoing. It's been ongoing for quite some time. Santorini, the island closest to the large swarm, has been evacuated. I believe there's now 3 islands over here that are completely evacuated due to the ongoing swarm that, from what I understand, is now over 18,000 earthquakes in just under 3 weeks. There aren't that many earthquakes on this map because it doesn't show all of the earthquakes. In fact, this is showing nearly 200 between 4 and 5. The strongest earthquake here recently was a 5.1 that occurred less than 24 hours ago. Looking at the big island of Hawaii, and as you can see, there's no shortage of earthquakes here either, as Mount Kilauea has been erupting on and off for the last 2 or 3 weeks, sending 250 feet high columns of red-orange lava into the sky. Check that out. Mount Kilauea, once again, showing signs of life. Coming over here to Ethiopia. This was kind of a surprise the other day when there was a 6.0 magnitude earthquake that showed up out of nowhere, basically along the edge of a volcano. So we're seeing all kinds of activity around the Earth with regard to volcanoes and earthquakes and ongoing swarms. You can see the earthquake activity over here. The white circles represent earthquakes in the last 30 days. This swarm is much bigger than what this map is showing. Once again, these are just the earthquakes above 4. there's dozens, if not hundreds, of earthquakes less than that. So to recap, Mount Kilauea is already erupting intermittently. We're looking at a possible full-fledged eruption up in Alaska. We're looking at a possible eruption over in the Mediterranean Sea, where there's been now 3 islands completely evacuated. In fact, a top Greek scientist said today that the Santorini earthquake outlook remains uncertain. Article goes on to say Greece's chief seismologist says that while earthquake frequency around Santorini has slightly decreased, the situation remains unpredictable for the coming weeks. And as long as the planets are sharing one side of the sun, it's definitely going to be unpredictable all around the world. Like I said, I went back 150 years and I found each time the planets were in this very unique arrangement. Then I Googled unrest on the Earth with regard to volcanic activity and earthquake activity, and there was a connection. This does have merit. So the planets are going to be in this position for a while. So look for earthquake and volcanic activity to continue for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I want to share with you guys a very cool video that was sent in by Linda from Manchester, United Kingdom. She zoomed in on a recent sunset back on February 5th of 2025. And to her surprise, she captured a CME launching off the surface of the sun. Check this out. This is very, very cool, and she was quite surprised. Check this out. You're going to see activity start to emerge from the surface of the sun right in here. Watch right up here. And that's what she's saying. Is that a coronal mass ejection? And then she zooms in. And you can tell by the sound of her voice. Look at that. Isn't that wild? What a unique perspective of the sunset from Manchester, United Kingdom. So I went over to the Soho, and I did find a CME that aligns very closely to with what Linda saw from the United Kingdom. Right there it is. This was on the 6th. So this particular instrument is about 8 hours ahead of what Linda was filming from the United Kingdom. So that lines up. There's the CME that Linda recorded from the United Kingdom. Talk about rare. That is something you don't see very often either. Great catch, Linda. Thank you for sharing. And finally, a quick update on the power outage situation. Yesterday, there were well over 500,000 people affected by power outages. East of the Mississippi River, we're still seeing 18,000 in New York. All of these states here that are highlighted in yellow currently have over 10,000 customers off the grid right now as I do this video. So the power outage situation has improved vastly according to poweroutage.us. If you guys were impacted by the power outages, leave a comment down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.